Years before, when I started my wildlife photography journey, one of the biggest challenge I have faced is availability of information. Information on which are the best places to travel, information on which are all the lenses and cameras to buy, information on post-processing, information on how to participate in global competition, and this list keeps going on. So down the years, I put a lot of effort in gathering this information, enhancing my skills on wildlife photography, and to reach the place where I am today. Right, and still there is a long way to go, but lot of years of effort goes in to reach the point where I am in. So what I've done is condense those years of effort which I put in to gather these information into just 8 hours of content, and it is going to get presented in the form of an wildlife photography workshop. Hello everyone, welcome you all to the preview session of the wildlife photography workshop, and myself Alvis Lazarus, wildlife photographer from India. So what you can expect from this course? First and foremost, there is no mandatory requirement that you should have a camera, you should have some basic knowledge or whatsoever, and there is no age limit at all. You should be able to just carry a camera, right? I meant the weight of the camera. Probably that's the one thing that would be required. So what that means is there is no age limit for attending this course. And what we will do on the first few hours of this course is start from the basics of wildlife photography. So what you will learn from that is how to start wildlife photography. So questions like what if I don't have a camera? What if I don't have enough money to even buy a camera? Can't I do wildlife photography? Those kind of questions will get answered. So I've got a camera, but I don't even know how to use it. I've been shooting in auto mode, which is great. You have already started doing something. Now you will learn about nuances of how to use a DSLR camera. And not just that, once you master this, the kit, the equipment, whatever you're having, where to travel, how I should compose my images, all this information will cover on the basics of wildlife photography. Once you have completed this, on the second stage, we will move ahead to post-processing an image. Very, very crucial step. People sometimes ask, I want to just take from the camera and I want to post it. It is great. We are not talking about changing the quality of the content, whatever you have taken, but what we are talking about is when you are shooting in RAW, which is almost like mandatory now, because if you are even participating in any of the competition, you need to take a raw image which shows that you own that image. Not just that, if you are putting that much of money on a DSLR, if you are not shooting in RAW, you are not actually using the equipment to the full capability. So post-processing is as important as taking an image. So we will see the post-processing workflow, and the last part of it is we'll also see how to earn from wildlife photography. So when I started wildlife photography, one thing I always keep hearing is it is very difficult to monetize your work in wildlife photography. In a sense, it is right, but there are multiple ways by which you can earn through wildlife photography, and it is not as tough as it is seen. Only one thing which is required: you should know the ways, and you should also put effort to get that work done for you. Okay, so we will discuss about what are all the different ways you can earn from wildlife photography. And don't think like earning from wildlife photography is bad. Think like this: you're going to put in thousands and lakhs of money in terms of equipment, travel. It is always good if you're if you're getting something back. Even you can even fund that for your wildlife photography trips. Okay. And then part of the same workshop, we will also see how to participate in global competitions. One question I always get from the people connected in my network. So how to participate? Not just that, is there a different way I should present my image? So in that session, I will talk about how you should build a story around an image, how you need to post-process your image, because there are a set of rules in global competitions which you need to follow. Otherwise, your image could get eliminated, or it won't even considered for the selection process. So I will be specifically talking about in the post-processing workflow, what are all the things are recommended such that your image holds a chance to win in that competition. So this is the format. This is how we will take this course through. So totally we are planning for 8 hours, in which the content which I've talked about will be only for 6 hours. The rest of the 2 hours is going to be an open session where you can ask me any questions related to wildlife photography. You can ask me any questions related to wildlife photography as a career. Guys, trust me here, there are hundreds of jobs around wildlife photography, and this is the future. And if someone is telling you it is very difficult to build a career in wildlife photography, please excuse them. And they are telling that in a very good intention, but that is not completely true. So I will also share about what are the different jobs available in wildlife photography, in case if you want to pursue this as a career, and much more. And the 2 hours is completely yours, and I'll be available to answer any questions. And not just that, our engagement or the partnership doesn't end there. You will get all my contacts. You will be able to reach me at any point of time if you have any follow-up questions once you complete this workshop and get onto the field as well. And this course is done in collaboration with Edgeness, a fantastic model in which people from Edgeness is connecting the mentors with the people who are in need of learning, right? So I'm glad to partner on this course with Edgeness.